All right, good evening, everybody. You all can continue to eat. One thing my grandparents said is don't interrupt a meal, so you guys keep eating even though I'm talking. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Want to welcome everyone to the 2025 Crate Racing USA Banquet. I always like to start out by doing this. Let's give everybody a round of applause for a full 12 months of racing. Of course, we couldn't be here without some great folks. There's a lot of great sponsors. Seen a lot of them here this weekend that helped this series, the company go. Rogers Dabbs Performance Parts is one of them, being a title sponsor. Everybody knows the motorsports world. A title sponsor is a big thing these days. I feel like every other year we're seeing some things change. So these companies that come on board that help these series, these organizations, guys, give them a round of applause because that's a lot for them to take on, and we're glad that they do it. Chevrolet Performance, Hoosier Racing Tires, VP Racing Fuels and Lubricants, Knowles Race Parts and Bodies, Competition Racing Equipment, Cruise with the Champions, Savage Chassis. This would be the 3,001st time I've said this. Velocita by Melissa Markowitz, and we just started the new year. If anybody watched the Ice Bowl, you know why I say that, for the drone footage. Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, Matman Designs, West Pro JCB Atlanta, Scorpion Race Cars, Columbus Sports Cards, and My Race Pass are the great sponsors of Crate Racing USA, and Adam will share that. We can't do anything without those people, so let's give them a round of applause as well. We're going to start out the night. I'm going to ask Adam Stewart to come up. The State of the Series address, usually how we kind of kick off our banquets. He's going to let us know about the year that was and the year that's about to be. So let's welcome Adam Stewart to the stage.
Thank you, Cody. Again, just to mimic what Cody said, we appreciate everybody that took the time to come out for our awards banquet. We've moved this thing around a little bit, and I know a lot of you that have kids with you, this is a pretty neat venue, gives your kids something to do. The adults, it's awful quiet here after 9 o'clock, but that's okay. We're going to create our own party here in a little bit. We'll have a band. This wall will come down, and we're going to open up. So we'll have a live band here when we're done in a little bit. So we'll give some drink tickets away and that kind of thing. So once we get done, we'll help out on that a little bit. But we appreciate everybody coming. I appreciate everyone that supports us. Our racetracks, several of our racetrack promoters are here. I just was laughing. They were laughing at me. That's my notes. I got 3 little things there to remind me what to say. I'm a from the hip kind of guy. So just a few things on State of the Series. There's a lot of things that up and down. The racing world is one of those things that is very up and down, and it's tough. We had a promoters meeting yesterday, went really well, and a word I use as far as weekly racing is misspelled. It is unfortunately W-E-A-K in many cases. It's very tough for racers to race every week. It's tough for racetracks to open every week and pay you what you need to be racing for. So we've changed a few things on our weekly racing program this year. You'll see that we went from 14 races to 12. There are very few racetracks that race more than 12 times, unfortunately, on points races. And we have an issue with weather if we get into weather things. So we've done away with double features. So we're trying to make it where everybody has an equal opportunity to earn maximum points at your racetracks this year. That also help our racetracks that aren't weekly races. There are very few that run every week, a few that are, and we've got some racetracks that are trying to do different things, and we're working to remedy some of that and secure our racetracks back and grow this a little bit. So don't hit the panic button yet. We're doing what we can to make that work. Also, another thing we'll do tonight, I know a lot of people see our Crate Racing USA TV. That's something that we're pretty proud of. It's seen some growth, and when we're done here, every driver that's here, as long as you checked in tonight, if you didn't check in, you're fixing to miss out on a chance. We're going to give away over $12,000 here in just a little bit that you don't know about. So our Crate Racing USA TV subscriptions, what we do with that, we take, I think that's 25% of that every year. 25% of that we take and put into a fund. And at our banquet, those of you that do make the trip here, we take and we'll have a drawdown in a little bit, everybody that's checked in. You'll have balls. Chris with Speed Sports here to handle that. but I will write you a check here tonight. I've got the checks here. Like I said, I think it's a little over $12,000 that we're going to give away. So pretty unique way for you to get a little extra money in your pocket and pay for some of these rope climbs and things that are around here. So we appreciate what Speed Sport TV runs that on the back end, and the folks from Hunt the Front TV. Of course, our staff, we do a lot of stuff with a very minimal full-time staff. I'm full-time on 2 jobs most of the time. Of course, Kristen Harper that works for us. I'm probably not going to name names because I'll miss somebody, and I'm not going to do it on purpose. So, but, you know, we have a tech staff. Richie and Edmund head most of that up. Those of you that are mad at me, call them first, and they have to hear all that, and then they hear me holler at them. So they hear a lot of stuff, but they do a great job. Chance is the middleman on a lot of stuff. He probably buffers a lot of you from really how nasty I can be sometimes. So, and then he gets to hear how nasty y'all can be. So they handle a lot for us, and we couldn't do that without them. So it takes a great staff, and they all do a very good job for us. We're up and down the road. We started last week of about 5 weeks of, we go from Ice Bowl to Banquet to Hendry County next week to Volusia the next week to Needmore the next week. Then we get a few weeks off and we get to go back to Jamie McCoy's Cochran Speedway. So very busy. We don't have much off season, and so they work a lot, put in a lot of hours and that kind of thing. So other than that, we mentioned Rogers Dabbs Performance Parts, and they've been great partners. They not only have been great partners themselves. Back last year, Chevrolet Performance was canceling all their sponsorship of all local short track racing, and those guys went to work for us and you. And as a result of that, we're able to secure our Chevrolet Performance sponsorship back so we can continue to have banquets and pay the point funds out we do. So they've been a very integral part of that. And Benny Hopkins is here with Rogers Dabbs. He came to our meeting yesterday, so they are very invested in what we do. So if you or your engine builder are looking for parts or engines or even your street rod stuff, they got everything, one of the largest parts warehouses in the country. And they'll work with our racers. They've been very good to everybody to make that happen. So make sure you give those folks a call. Mention Melissa Markowitz, driver suits, all that stuff. She's at a lot of our races. So please support the people that you see that support us. They give back. Most of those sponsors, and you can go ask them, Melissa's one of them, we don't get $1. We don't ask for $1. We want them to give that product and the help to the racers. So we use that product and the money they would give us to pass on to our racers. So you guys and girls have some things to run for and little extra bonuses here and there. So we're working to expand that as well. Everything is we're about to release our tour schedule probably this next week. We got a couple of dates we're finalizing up. We're going to be somewhere in that 22 to 25 range. I think we're all said and done. On touring events, you're going to see a lot of the events for the racer are going to go from a 2-day 10 to a 2 and a 5 or a 25 and a 5. That way the racer has a chance to make money 2 days. If you have a bad Friday night, you have a chance to rebound on Saturday, and you get your winter circle money for 2 days. So therefore the racers get a little more money on each of those events. I don't think there's much more from me. I don't want to hold you up. Thank you is the biggest thing. I think we all fail to do that a lot. You don't see us as often as I would like you to. You're going to see our tech guys a lot more. I know that's something that's been a scuttlebutt. But we had a meeting yesterday, and we're doing everything we can to get our tech guys to our local racetracks, because if they know we're coming, everybody seems to get in line and do all that stuff. But if you don't know, that's when we usually catch you slipping a little bit. So those of you that send all the stuff about the street stock bodies, we're going to fix them. I can tell you they're going to be fixed because we're going to send some people home. That fixing it at the racetrack is over with, so don't all of you freak out about that. You better get them fixed. So outside of that, if you have concerns, I say it every year. I know I'm hard to get in touch with sometimes. We have a racetrack as well. I may not see your text for 2 days or 2 weeks, but at some point I'll try to clear them 150, 200 text messages unread out. Send that to me. I'll do my best to get back with you. Some of our staff reach out to them. We try to be as helpful as we can. It's not always the answer you're looking for, but we want to let you know that you are being heard, and we do see the good and the bad. So, and we will take that as long as it's constructive criticism. We'll take that as well. So, look forward to things getting better, bigger and better. We hope our racetracks are able to fight through this. We hope our racers are able to continue to race. If you have a problem at your local racetrack, let us know. We're trying to work with them to keep their schedules where they all are scheduling intelligently, where we all have an opportunity to get cars and fans and keep this little crazy world we got racing going. So outside of that, that's it for me. I thank you all for coming. Once again, when we get done, I encourage everybody to hang out for a little bit. Another thing before I forget, if you got a ticket when you come in the parking lot here, be sure if you didn't get one, we'll give you a parking voucher. When you go to scan and go out of the parking lot, it's not going to cost you to park. So if you didn't get one of those, you have to scan your ticket. When it asks for payment, we'll have you a voucher so you don't make sure nobody parks, or I'll go out there and wave my armband by it, whatever we got to do. So make sure you don't pay to park when we go to leave here. Other than that, I thank you, everybody. Have a good time. We appreciate you coming. Have a good rest of the night.
All right, first on the agenda is something that was not probably on the schedule that we had originally, but I'm going to ask Jason Markowitz to come up for something, a special presentation or award. So, Jason, the mic is yours.
A lot of y'all know me. If you don't, I'm the one that's married to the fire suit lady. So every year, a lot of people get to come in this room and take a lot of stuff home with them, and that's really cool. But we never give Adam anything, so that is what we are doing right now. So.
That's pretty good. I appreciate that. That'd definitely be on the office wall. Anybody that comes to any of our events that I do the driver's meeting, one of my favorite things is I don't like brake checking. If you want to find out how bad, do it. You'll be the caution car. So pretty interesting signatures there. Of course, Mingo, Jake Knowles, and Michael Page. So those are probably some people that have heard that way more than they want to. But I will do it. I've been called a lot of real things, four-letter words. It wasn't Adam because of that. So, but I appreciate that. I really do. I'm not a guy that likes awards or anything, but I like this kind of stuff more than anything you do. So thank you guys very much.
All right, so normally at a racetrack, I yell this at the drivers on the PA because somebody's yelling at me telling me to do it. So our staging is going to be over here in front of the trophies. So if you hear me throughout the night say which division staging, it'll be over here next to the trophies. That's where we'll have the coats and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the top 10 and modified sportsmen to go ahead and go around the back of the room since we're got this going on live. Go ahead and go around the back of the room and come up this way, and we'll get you into staging. But I'm going to ask, Adam's getting his steps in, because I'm going to ask him to come up to present the 2025 Promoter of the Year Award. So we'll ask Adam to do that.
I promise I'm going to be done here in a minute. Our Promoter of the Year was here yesterday for our meeting, and had to go back. One of his neighbors at his racetrack passed away, a small community there, so I'll keep it short and sweet because he'd have been way more fun to talk to than I am. But it's a guy that's been in our program for many years, and as a guy that owns a racetrack, it don't hurt my feelings to tell you he's probably one of the best racetracks in the country. It's in a little community outside of Meridian, Mississippi. There's going to be, it's the only place I know of they can stay in the house till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, put one load of water on it, and that thing's fixing to be hammered down, and we're fixing to race all over it. So, unfortunately, had to leave yesterday, but our Promoter of the Year for this year also hosts our largest street stock event. That thing's become its own animal. They have 2 divisions, have about 250, 300 race cars. So, to put those kind of events on that kind of racetrack, we're proud to have those racetracks in our program. But our Promoter of the Year this year would have been Lugnut Rodney Wing from Why Not Motorsports Park.
All right, we'll let Adam rest and catch his breath here. Let's talk about the top 10 in Crate Racing USA Modified Sportsman. Our 10th place finisher, Parker Price from Columbus, Mississippi. 16 races, put together 6 wins, 12 top 5s, and 14 top 10s. Now, Parker is not with us tonight, but he did round out our top 10, so a round of applause for him. Our 9th place finisher, not with us tonight, Jared Gray. He comes out of Ragland, Alabama. 1 win on the 2025 season with 9 top 5s and 9 top 10s. So Jared Gray would be our 9th place finisher. All right, let's talk about our 8th place finisher out of Folkville, Alabama. 20 races on the season, 1 top 5, 7 top 10s with 590 points. Eddie Riddle. Eddie Riddle is our 8th place finisher. We'll ask Eddie to come up.
I'd like to thank Adam for putting this together. First class deal. It's really nice to be honored with this. I'd like to thank my son for getting me back in racing. I'd been out for quite a while, and it's super nice to be back. I'd like to thank Southeast Crane for supporting us, Bama Race Parts, Morgan Machine, New South Construction, and thanks for letting us be part of the show. Thank you.
Our 7th place finisher comes from Tuscumbia, Alabama, with 16 races on the 2025 season, 3 of those being top 5s, 9 of those being top 10s, Rex Michael.
I too like to thank Adam for bringing modifieds back to the South. Dowdy Welding Fabrication, Rhett Rods Incorporated, and my wife's purse.
Some reason I think that's not the first time we'll hear that sponsor tonight, just saying. Our 6th place finisher comes out of Ecru, Mississippi. 27 races on the year, 4 top 5s, 18 top 10s for Colton Grimes.
I just wanted to thank God for allowing me to do this, and then my mom and dad, Mama and Pop, my girlfriend, my brother Stetson, Granny Pat, and I also want to say thank you to my sponsors. It's SC Sales, M&T Collision, RNC Performance, and Billy's Race Shop.
To our top 5 we go. 20 races for the driver that finished 5th, 4 of those being top 5s, 12 top 10s out of Talladega, Alabama, Parker Thompson.
I just wanted to say thank you to all my sponsors and my dear old dad for making this dream possible. If it weren't for him, then I wouldn't be up here on this stage.
Parker, we're trying to figure out which one of you put him in a boot, too. We're just curious on that. Top 10 in our late model sportsman, if you guys will make your way around. That's the weekly late model sportsman, if you guys will make your way around the back of the room. Our 4th place finisher also comes out of Tuscumbia, Alabama. 14 races on the 2025 season, 5 of those being wins, 9 top 5s, and 11 of those were top 10s, Chuck Gibson.
First off, I'd like to thank the good Lord for giving each and every one of us the chance and opportunity and ability to do this week in and week out. I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with me doing it. My dad, he's the reason I do it. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been racing for quite a few years now. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Service One Transport, Gibson Auto Cores, TD Truck Wash, Markowitz Motorsports, Mingo, RPI Suspension, Bruce Built Performance, Dowdy Welding Fabrication, Race Tech Engines, Velocity by Markowitz, Bodies by Eli, Extreme Concepts, Gibson Steel and Metals, and JS Enterprises. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Still haven't let your dad retire, have you? No, I didn't think so. Our third place finisher comes from Waterford, Mississippi. Not with us tonight. 22 races, 3 wins, 15 top 5s, and 20 of those were top 10s. That's Ron Grandel. Ron Grandel was our third place finisher. Our top 2, second place driver comes from Town Creek, Alabama. 21 races on the 2025 season. 17 of those were top 5s, along with 19 top 10s. Those 3 wins, Keith Cone.
First off, I would like to start by thanking my wife and my beautiful little girl for supporting me on in everything I do. And also would like to thank my best friend, my car owner, Chris Hodge, and his family for letting me live out my dream. And I would like to thank Adam Stewart and staff with Crate Racing USA for providing us a series to race. And would like to thank Pine Ridge, Extreme Speedway, Magnolia Speedway, Talladega Short Track for giving us a place to race. And I would also like to thank my crew, David Huddleston, Kool-Aid Bernie, Robert Huddleston, Dustin Cohen, Justin Jacobs, Colton Grimes, Brandon Napier, and my girl, Sadie Grace, and everyone else who helped along the way. And I would like to thank my sponsors, Holston Gases, O'Reilly Auto Parts, A&L Express Sales, SP&J Contractors, Gaston Farms, Bishop's Body Shop, Comfort Inn, Shows Truck Center, McElroy Motorsports, Classic Transport, Twisted Performance and Machine, State Farm, Bedford Rogers Bowling and Attorney at Law, and Pyramid Industrial. Thank you.
As we move to the top of our first division, the 2025 champion, 21 races, 5 wins on the season, 17 top 5s, and 18 top 10s for the driver out of Hartselle, Alabama. Your 2025 Crate Racing USA Modified Sportsman champion, Mr. Luke Riddle.
Good evening. First off, I want to thank God for allowing us all to do this sport that we love so much, and a lot of us are able to make somewhat of a living out of this stuff. Also, I want to thank Adam and the whole Crucis staff for putting this banquet together. It's such a cool location, and everything they do for us throughout the year. I want to thank all our local tracks and staff for giving us a place to race weekly, especially Extreme Speedway. They got some new owners this past season, and they put some new blood back in our local scene. I'd like to congratulate Keith Cohen for a great season and for always being a good friend and great ambassador for our class. The first time we won this points title was 2019. I proposed to my wife, Chelsea, about an hour before this banquet in Gatlinburg, and now we've got our daughter, an 18-month-old, here with us tonight. So I want to thank her and Presley for all the sacrifices they make so I can do this and chase a dream and make a bunch of memories. I'd like to thank my mom for being the first one at the trailer when I come off the track, or at the trailer on Sunday to unload to help me wash. I'd like to thank my dad for all he does for me and congratulate him for his 8th place finish. He's busted his tail to make it happen. I'm glad to have him back in a race car. Thank you to my in-laws for all their support every week, and hopefully we can get my father-in-law up here next year. A lot of people don't get to race against their dad and their father-in-law, but I do, so it's truly a family sport for us. Thanks to all my sponsors that do so much for us: Bama Race Parts, Josh, Haley, Cash, and River. They're our car owners, and they're great friends. Southeast Crane and Hoist, Susie and Bradley, and all their bunch for being great friends and allowing us to represent such a great company. New South Incorporated, Philip and Richard for all their support and friendship through the years. Austin at ABC Traction Solutions for helping take us to the next level this past year. Maria and Gino at FK Rod Ends for supporting us and so many racers out there. Hawk Brake Pads, Justin at Hyperco for taking care of us with the best springs in the market. Booger Brooks for helping me to get better and not sugarcoating what I need to hear when I got a question. I know he's helped a lot of people in this room. Gatlin Machine for helping get the most we can out of our carburetors and our spacers. Morgan Machine for building the best best engine that I've ever had modified by far. I'm not sure what 2026 holds, but 2025 will be hard to beat. Thank you.
I did want to say before everybody gets out of here, our top 10 in our weekly, everybody, each division, and our points, let's hang around. I know everybody's going to take pictures in front of this banner outside, but I do want to make sure we at least get these divisions and pictures of everybody so we can make sure we can share to the world all these accomplishments tonight. So we'll make sure I announce that again at the end. We move into our top 10 in our Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman division. Our 10th place finisher, not with us tonight, out of Dublin, Georgia. 15 races for this young man with 5 wins, 10 top 5s, and 13 top 10s. Landon Matthews was our 10th place finisher in the Late Model Sportsman division. Up to 9th, this driver comes out of Caledonia, Mississippi. 16 races on the year, 1 win, 11 top 5s, and 15 top 10s for the 51 of Colby Pons.
Just to clarify, it was 2 wins. Thank y'all. No, I want to thank first and foremost the good Lord for letting us do this, and blessing me and my family enough to keep doing this every year. I want to thank all my sponsors, my family, my wife, my little boy. I want to thank the buddies that come and help me at the racetrack each weekend, Lance and Merle and TJ, Alan, Marty, all those guys. My grandparents, I got a big family and a good friend group, and they all support me and help me any way they can. So thank you to all those people, and thank Crate Racing for giving us something to work for each year. Thank y'all.
Our 8th place finisher comes from Braxton, Mississippi, with 29 races on the year, 11 of those being top 5s and 20 of those being top 10s, the 25 of Brandon Lunsford.
First off, I want to thank Sid Scarborough for spending all my money and get me into this racing program. So I started 2 years ago. And with nothing, no experience, no go-karts, no nothing. Bought a car on Thursday. They told me to go home, wrench on the car. Well, I have no mechanic skills at all. So I went racing Saturday. Showed up at the track, some buddies and all that kind of stuff, which I do have a hot dog water racing program thanks to Chase Pennington. So big thanks to all my sponsors, my wife especially for putting up with me at 3 a.m. in the morning. Sorry. Got to thank my sponsors, Patriot Roofing, USA Tire, Mississippi Central Diesel, Steens Creek Transportation, KB Motorsports, Citizen National Bank. Who else do I have in 25? There's a few more. Ronnie Rogers, Wall to Wall Motors. He answers a lot of my questions at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning or 8 in the afternoon, 8 in the morning, whatever. And ask him a bunch of questions. He takes care of my motors and all that kind of stuff. But thank y'all. I'll be seeing y'all in Late Model Sportsman this year and Street Stocks. Thank you.
To our 7th place finisher out of Pearl, Mississippi. 24 races on the year, 14 top 5s and 18 top 10s for the 8 of Zach Owens.
I'd just like to thank all my sponsors, KB Motorsports, Bucket Cat, Rogers Dash Performance Parts, Steens Creek, Patriot Roofing. It was a long year, but we finished it up, and we'll start again in Volusia in a couple weeks. Thank y'all.
To our 6th place finisher out of Talladega, Alabama. 20 races on the year, 3 of those were wins. 15 top 5s alongside of 18 top 10s for the T9 of Brody Thompson.
I was going to say thanks to the great Lord above for letting me do what I love doing. My dad, my brother, Lane, Brian, PJ, all my sponsors like Mammoth Sheds and Short Track Parts, and all the hot moms and pit lizards for motivating me throughout the year. Thank y'all.
With each year he gets older, I guess that gets easier for him to say. Our top five, our fifth place finisher out of Luca, Mississippi with 28 races on the year, 5 of those wins, 19 top fives, 24 of those 28 were top tens, Covey Parsons.
I'd just like to say thank you to all my sponsors this year. It's been a long year, but we wrapped it up. Thank you.
All right, let's get our street stock top 10 to head to staging. Make your way around, please. To the top 4 we go at a Guntown, Mississippi. 23 races on the year, 4 of those wins, 20 top 5s along with 22 top 10s for the 17 of Jarrett Jones.
I just want to thank the good Lord for blessing me with the family and support that I have and putting me where I'm at today. I want to thank my mom and dad for everything they do to make it possible for me to do this. I'd like to thank my wife for holding it down at home while we spend hours in the shop every night. I'd like to say thanks to Adam and his crew for putting on a banquet like this every year. And last but not least, I want to thank my sponsors, Auto Acceptance, Hyperco, All Affordable Insurance, Quality Transmission, L&M Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, Turf Pros, Andy's Auto Sales, and Super Dave Flooring. Thank you.
Third place in the 2025 season for the Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman. Out of Florence, Mississippi, 25 races, 3 wins, 19 of those were top 5s alongside of 20 top 10s. Devin Watley.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for letting us do this, and my family, my wife and kids, Mr. Scott Williams, Steens Creek Transportation, Patriot Roofing, Lewis Plumbing, and KB Motorsports. Thank y'all.
Our runner-up in the 2025 Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman Division out of Steen, Mississippi. 17 races with 12 of those being wins, 15 top 5s alongside of 15 top 10s. Chase Pennington.
First and foremost, I got to thank the good Lord for letting me be able to do what I love. I got to thank my wife. I got to thank my dad. My dad kills it every week to be able to race every week. I got to thank Columbus Orthopedic, Jamie and Manissa over there. They're awesome people. They helped me out a bunch this year. I got to thank my buddy Reagan at Pest Pursuit, Adam Gigler, RGP Services, CNC Trucking, and my 2 good buddies, Vern and Trulock. They helped us out a bunch this year, and hopefully we can have just as good a season this year. So appreciate it.
Did want to say that second and third in the points tied. Fourth place was only 1 point back. That's how close this was at the end of the year. But that leads us to our 2025 Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman Champion at a Kosciuszko, I believe, Kosciuszko. I knew there would be something in there. Mississippi. This driver, 29 races, 14 of those were wins. What's more impressive, out of 29 races, 26 of those were top 5s and 27 of those were top 10. Your 2025 Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman Champion, Brett White.
You did a pretty good job with Kosciuszko. Worried me all week. You're good. I just want to thank my dad and my crew guys for all their help this year, and wherever Pookie is for the best wheel cover tightening. So, good job. Thanks.
We turn our attention now to the baddest street stocks on the planet. If you guys have seen a street stock race, a Crate Racing USA street stock race, they have that title for a reason. This is some of the best racing there is in the country, and these guys, everywhere they go, you can count on them to put on a show, whether there's 8 of them or whether there's 40 of them. It doesn't matter. They're going to race their tails off for however long the race is. So our top 10 in our Crate Racing USA Street Stock Division, out of Denham Springs, Louisiana, 24 races, 7 top 5s, 16 top 10s for Corey Bueller.
Just want to say I'm happy to be here. You know, I want to thank the people that helped me get back into racing after 15 years. Not a man of many words, but want to thank Total Custom Carb, Bulldogs, AutoCAD Design, Extreme Performance by J Rod, and PRP Suspension. Thank you.
Ninth place in our tour with 18 races on the year, 2 of those being wins, 7 top 5s alongside of 12 top 10s out of Greenville, Mississippi, Clayton Kilgore.
I just want to thank my fiance, my mom, my dad, and everybody that helps out, and all my sponsors. And thank you, Adam, for the quick change. That is a lifesaver.
Our 8th place finisher, also out of Greenville, Mississippi. 18 races on the year, 8 top 5s, 13 top 10s. Carl Kilgore, the 4th.
I got off lucky in 2020. I didn't have to do this. But yeah, I got the same thing. I got to thank my mom and dad. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do none of this. And we didn't really call ourselves racing for points any, kind of just pick and choose. But I guess we added up some out throughout the year, and maybe we can do it again.
Our 7th place finisher not with us tonight out of French Camp, Mississippi. 21 races on the year, 2 wins, 8 top 5s alongside of 15 top 10s for Shelby Sheedy, our 7th place finisher. So a round of applause for Shelby. Our 6th place finisher comes out of Seminary, Mississippi with 38 races on the year, 1 of those being a win, 11 top 5s, and 32 top 10s on the season, Malachi McGee.
I just want to thank the good Lord for allowing me to be here, and all my sponsors, and my mom and stepdad for all they do, and that's it.
All that yelling, leads to T-shirt sales down the road, so just keep that in mind. Our 5th place finisher comes out of Hanson, Kentucky, with 20 races on the year, 2 of those being wins alongside of 16 top 5s and 17 top 10s, the 8 of Luke Rudder.
I'm going to start this off by thanking Adam and everybody with Crate Racing for giving us the opportunity to do this. This one's kind of emotional. We found out at the beginning of last year my dad had leukemia. Throughout this year, I've decided to sell out for now, take a break. Don't know when we come back, but I'm not retiring. I'm just hanging it up for a little while. I got to thank the sponsors that have been with me since the beginning. Todd Riley with Rat Chassis, Kelly Trucking, Norm Benson's Trucking, Triple R Motorsports, Family Affair Motorsports. Like I said, don't know when we'll be back, but you all definitely know it when we do come back. Appreciate it.
We get our top 10 in our 604 late models, Crate Racing USA Dirt late models, if you guys will work your way around. Our 4th place finisher tonight comes from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, with 21 races on the year, 18 top 5s alongside of 19 top 10s, James Sheesby.
I want to thank God for allowing us to do this. I want to thank my wife for allowing us to ride this crazy train of racing. I want to thank my boys for getting me back into racing. I had a lot of fun this year running for points. I want to thank all our sponsors, Track Star Race Cars, Voodoo Shocks, Man Electric, Chesby Paint and Body, everybody that's sugared, everybody that's involved. Thank you very much.
To our top three. Third place finisher comes from McHenry, Mississippi, with 23 races on the season, 8 of those going to victory lane, 15 top fives alongside of 21 top tens. Travis Marsh.
Just want to start off by thanking everybody that makes it all possible to go racing at the tracks, the series, and sanction bodies and so on to make it, give us a place to operate, and the fans that support us. And I really don't know what I'm doing, so thank you, everybody.
Our runner-up in the 2025 season for the Crate Racing USA division out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, 23 races, 12 wins alongside of 20 top fives and 21 top tens. Bryce Sheesby.
I just want to thank my parents. They're my car owner. My wife, she lets me do this crazy thing, and my dad already said all the sponsors, and I'm glad to have him back in racing. He sat out for 16 years, and it was fun racing with him this year for the first time in a while. Congratulations to Calvin, Travis. Most people don't know we race every weekend against each other. I think he won 19, 20. I won 12. Travis won 8. So there was a lot of time at Hattiesburg we went 3 wide when we shouldn't have. So it was a lot of fun this year. Thank everybody.
That brings us to our 2025 Crate Racing USA Street Stock Champion. As Bryce mentioned, Calvin, 31 races, 19 of those were victories. This is the impressive part. 31 races, 31 top fives, 31 top tens. Your 2025 Crate Racing USA Street Stock Champion out of Carrier, Mississippi, Calvin Martin.
I got to thank my mom and my dad, my uncle, my aunt, my fiance, supporting me every year doing this. Without them, I couldn't do this. I got to thank Parker Racing Engines, Ronald Parker, Mark and Ronette Evans, Evan Splicing, Voodoo Racing Shocks, Parker Service Center, Lookout Graphics, Drury Designs. Without all these guys, there's no way this would be possible. I can't thank them enough.
We'll swap over to our Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Models, our 604 division, weekly division. Our 10th place finisher will come from Livingston, Louisiana. 19 races, 2 of those being wins alongside of 11 top fives and 15 top tens, the 48 of Jason Taylor.
I would expect to give no speech, but first thing I want to thank is the good Lord above for keeping me safe for the last 30 years and letting me do this. It means a lot. First off, I want to thank my wife and kids, and I also want to thank Tim Morrell, my car owner, and we've been racing together for the last 15 years. So without him, I wouldn't be up here. And I don't have many sponsors, but the ones that have been with me for a while. So I want to thank Extreme Graphics by J-Rod. He's been with me for, 25 years. And then Glenn Stanger with Louisiana Stucco. So thank y'all.
To our 9th place finisher out of West Monroe, Louisiana. 19 races alongside of 7 wins, 15 top fives, and 18 top tens. Our 9th place finisher would be Bubba Mullins out of West Monroe, Louisiana. Bubba not with us tonight. Our 8th place finisher in the points, also out of Meridian, Mississippi, with 17 races, 8 of those being wins, alongside of 15 top fives and 15 top tens, the 2.0 Nick Thrash.
Yeah, first off, I want to congratulate David on his championship, another championship. And I want to thank the good Lord for allowing me to do what I love to do. Thank my mom and dad for everything they do for me and my kids and my racing and just everything. Thank my kids for being there. They don't have a choice, but I'll take them to the racetrack and they enjoy it. Thanks Ronnie and Ashley Davis for allowing me to drive their car and putting me in equipment that I've never been able to be in. Live Truck Solutions, McDivitt Enterprises, Eastgate Tire, Skidmore's Restaurant, and Mike Williams. Thank you.
Our 7th place finisher, not with us this evening, comes out of Karen Crow, Louisiana. With 17 races on the year, 5 of those being wins, alongside of 11 top 5s and 15 top 10s, the 91 of Kevin DuPont. Kevin DuPont was our 7th place finisher. Our 6th place finisher, not with us tonight, also out of Lumberton, Mississippi, with 29 races on the year, 3 of those being wins, alongside of 20 top 5s and 28 top 10s. Shannon Lee. Shannon Lee was our 6th place finisher. To our top 5, out of Poplarville, Mississippi, with 41 races on the year, 6 of those being victories, alongside of 26 top 5s and 37 top 10s, the 47D of Ben Davis.
All right, I'm going to thank the good Lord above first. Billy Riles for letting me drive one of his fast cars. Shannon Lee, K.I. for his help with his carburetors. And Shorty, Shorty Shocks, Ronald Parker for the motors. Parker Service Center. My wife, Tiffany, for letting me, well, not letting me do it, but putting up with it. My dad, my uncle, Kent Raymond Davis, there every week with me. Danny Lee back at the shop for the unseen work he does. Jacob Taylor for his help. And everybody else, I hope I ain't missing anybody. Thank y'all.
Going to ask our top 5 in our VP Racing Fuels Young Guns to make your way around and to staging, please. We roll into our top 4. Our 4th place finisher comes out of Decatur, Mississippi. 23 races on the year, alongside of 3 wins, 19 top 5s, and 21 top 10s for Chris McElhenney.
I'd just like to thank Wall to Wall for all the free motors. Jody Prince with J&J Parts, all the free parts. Rocket, we get the free cars with them. Hoosier, we get them good free tires. They're good. Appreciate it to David and Sid and Nick for letting me run second all year. I mean, I had to follow them all year, but thank y'all.
What Chris didn't mention is he runs second, but our 4th place, our 3rd place, and our 2nd place all had 685 points. We had a 3-way tie for second. That is pretty amazing. Our 3rd place finisher out of Greenwell Springs, Louisiana, 26 races on the year, alongside of 4 wins, 19 top 5s, and 23 of those being top 10, Brady Walton.
Well, I want to thank my family for being here tonight, first of all, and for all the hours we spend in the shop and the money that we spend. You know, a lot of people on the outside that don't know what we do, they think we waste a lot of money, but I can't think of anything more fun to spend it on. So I also want to thank our local racetrack, Baton Rouge Raceway, and Donald Watson. He always gives us a place to run. He'll go out there, rain or shine, lose money, has a great payout, but he's always there for us, and I really appreciate that. My crew guys, David Ashley and Robert Sibley, they have become more than a crew. They're my buddies now, and I definitely would not do it if they weren't helping me. It's just too much work, and I just love having them with me. I want to thank Daryl Posey on his suspension work and all his tuning that he helps me with. And last but not least, I just want to thank all the guys we race against every week. race against, the same group of people most of the time. We elbowing each other, fighting and fussing, but at the end of the day, I just thank y'all for coming and doing it, and I love y'all, and I love racing against y'all, and I can't wait to do it again.
Our runner-up this year in the points also was 685 points total, 34 races on the year, alongside of 7 wins, 22 top 5s, and 29 top 10s out of Florence, Mississippi, Sid Scarborough.
First of all, I'd like to thank Crate Racing USA and Adam for continuing to help our sport grow and for what they put into it so we can have fun out of it. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Performance Therapy. They've been with me since the start of it. B&M Construction, K&B Performance, CJ Signs and Graphics, Link Construction, Farm Bureau, Wall to Wall Ronnie for my motors, Gary and Victor Williams with Williams Carburetors, Bellawood Venue, Greenfield Family Medical Clinic, Henry's Team 10, Rowdy's Auto, and I couldn't do it without my crew that helps me every week and get ready, Rowdy Henderson, Keith Bryant, Kent Metz, my 2 sons, Parker and Scooter, and Bobby Link and Daryl Posey. And I'd like to thank my wife and family for sticking with me and putting up with me and helping me through the time that we need it. And I see y'all next year, and thank the local tracks for doing what they do, because I know that they don't get money. Most of them don't make good money out of this, and they do it for the fun and the love of it, just like we do. Thank y'all.
To our 2025 champion, I feel like we did this just 1 year ago with this driver, out of Seminary, Mississippi. 32 races on the year, 9 of those were victories, alongside of 23 top 10s, or top 5s, 29 top 10s. Out of Seminary, Mississippi, your 2025 Crate Racing USA Weekly Late Model Champion for the 2nd year in a row, David Williamson.
When we left here last year, I was kind of wondering, it's just a blessing to be on this stage at all, and much less be able to win this deal twice. It's hard. Every one of these guys I race against, we're all friends, but we race each other hard. And you come to Mississippi, you're going to race the best cars in the country, hands down. So I want to thank Adam, Chance, everybody with Crate Racing USA. This past year, it was an honor to be asked by them to be on an advisory committee for our weekly 604 series. So I appreciate them letting me do that, and trying to do what we can to better weekly racing and keep it alive. Got to thank Roger Dabbs and Hoosier Tire for what they do for the sport. I want to thank my sponsors, Longhorn, Wall to Wall, Gators Hauling, Shelton Steel Services, Martin Motorsports, Swift Springs, Vortex Fabrication, KB Motorsports, Leggett Consulting, and Extreme Graphics. And then I want to thank all my friends and family that came here tonight. Thank my wife. She's a crew chief, and she's there in and out every week. My dad and Miss Evelyn, Gator and Tracy, my in-laws, Zach, Anna, and my little baby niece Nova that we just welcomed this year. Colton Gage, my 2 little interns this year, so we're gonna try to work them some more this year. Mr. Greg, Miss Barbara, they're a big help. Big G and Stephanie, glad they could make it. And just thank everybody, and hopefully we'll be back up here again next year, and we'll get ready this week to make the short drive to Hendry County.
He might be the only one that says a short drive. We'll turn our attention now to some of the young talents we have in this sport. And I like to say this each year when we get to this point, these young drivers that are coming in, and I feel like as I get older, they get younger, and we keep seeing just how great the young talents are. And as we get further into this show and we get into our touring stuff, you're going to see some of that age picked up. But our top 5 in our VP Racing Fuels Young Gun Challenge, have a couple of them not here. Our 5th place finisher out of Huntsville, Alabama, with 12 races on the year, 4 wins, alongside of 7 top 5s and 8 top 10s, was Logan Bradford, was our 5th place finisher in that. Our fourth place finisher out of Margaret, Alabama, 10 races on the year alongside of 6 top 5s and 9 top 10s, and was also crowned this year's Talladega Short Track champion. It is Nicholas Godfrey.
Just like to thank my parents and my sponsors, Knowles Race Parts and Bodies, 10K Auto Trim, Jack Green Oil Company, and Coosa Heating and Cooling.
Third place out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana, 23 races, 5 top 5s alongside of 15 top 10s on the year, the 9J of Summer Joyner.
I want to start off by thanking Mr. Adam and everyone with Crate Racing for giving us the opportunity to celebrate our achievements, and my family and crew for everything they do. This season had its ups and downs, especially for a small team like ours. There were tough nights that really tested us, but those challenges ended up meaning more to me than winning ever could. They taught me perseverance, gratitude, and why you never quit when things get hard. Before anything else, I want to thank God. Without him, none of this would be possible. He carried us through the hard moments and blessed us with the people who made this season possible. One of the highlights of this season was getting to race against my dad. I grew up watching him race, and now I get to line up next to him on the track. Being able to share that and be competitive with him is something I'll always be grateful for. Some of my favorite moments this year weren't even on the track. They were the laughs with family and friends in the pits. Half the time we were fixing things we broke, and the other half we were laughing about how we broke them. Those moments mean more to me than any trophy ever could. I want to give a huge thank you to my papa and mama for everything you do, not just for me, but for my dad too. You are a huge part of why we're able to do this and why we're standing here today. Mom and Dad, thank you for everything. Ma, thank you for keeping us organized on race day and for handling all of our social media. Dad, thank you for the support, the advice, and for always pushing me to be better. Thank you to all my fans for all your support. It truly means more than you know. From seeing the smiles on kids' faces when they come by the pits to say hey, to knowing there are people out there who look up to me as a driver and my crew as a team, that support means everything to us. And even to the people who doubted us, thank you. You pushed me to work harder, stay focused, and prove that determination and heart mean more than anything. I also want to thank all the tracks for allowing us to have a safe place to race. Mitchell's Motorplex, Deep South Speedway, and Baton Rouge Raceway. Huge thank you to my sponsors, Mr. Chris Fry, Real Geese Decoys, North Shore Power Equipment, Harper Metal Buildings, Gatton's Adventure, Montana's Comfort, Robert Tire, Pizzolato's Body Shop, Hammond Memorial Designs, Eastside Collision, Robert Station, Extreme Graphics by J-Rod, DWS Torch and Regulators, Mike's Glass and Radiator, Sheridan's Lawn Care, Ellis Machine, and Z's Speed Shop. We are grateful for every sponsor we can get. Lastly, thank you to everyone who helped us out at the track, loaned parts, or supported us by sending something off of our Amazon list. We truly couldn't do this without you. No matter how hard it gets, keep pushing, keep believing, and never forget why you started, because in the end, it's not just about the wins, it's about the journey, the people, and the memories. Thank you.
100% correct in all of that. Our runner-up in our VP Racing Fuels Young Gun Challenge points is not with us tonight. Out of Star, Mississippi, 23 races on the year, alongside of 1 win, 9 top 5s, 20 top 10s. It was Brody Williams. Brody Williams was our runner-up. And our champion, our VP Racing Fuels Young Gun Challenge champion, 25 races on the year, one of those being a win, 8 top 5s alongside of an impressive 19 top 10s. Out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana, it'll be Waylon Vining.
First off, I would like to thank God for giving me the ability to do what I love. We had a great season this year with a lot of ups and downs. We started the season off with me just trying to learn how to drive the car. It was a huge learning curve for everybody. We were slowly learning what to do, and then our motor blew. It was a huge. We sat out for 7 weeks and thought our chances of winning a points championship was 0. Then we got the motor back, and we started putting together great finishes and started gaining a lot of speed along the way. And I can't thank Mr. Marshall Fager at Gorsuch Performance for all the setup help, and Mr. Darrell Posey at PRP Suspension for the help. Towards the end of the season, we noticed we were able to go for the championship, so we got after it. After a lot of long nights in the shop, I was ready to give up. Then we got a win, and that put us in the lead. I couldn't be any more thankful for everyone that helped me this season. Mr. Johnny and Cody for the opportunity of a lifetime to drive a late model, which has been my dream for a while. Thank you to all of my grandparents for always being there to support me. Thank you to my mom for always being there for me and yelling loudly in the stands. If any of y'all see her, I don't know her. And thank you to my dad for never letting me give up on my dream, and thank you for making sacrifices to make my dream true. And thank you to all the racers that have raced me fairly and given me a lot of good memories to continue to keep. Thank you to every single fan for following my journey and all the sponsors that have helped me continue doing what I love. Thank you.
We're going to ask that the top 5 in the Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman Tour, our 602 Tour, make your way around to staging as well. At this time, we're going to halt our awards, or our weekly awards, our racing awards, I guess I should say. And I'm going to ask Adam Stewart to step up and give one of our honored awards we do each and every year. That's our Bob Cross Memorial Lifetime Achievement Award.
I promise this is the last time you have to hear from me tonight. So the Bob Cross Memorial Award is something that we've been giving away for, I guess, about 20 years. We've been here since 05. And just a little brief history of who Bob Cross is. A lot of people don't realize if there was not a Bob Cross, there would not be a Chevrolet Performance crate engine. Bob Cross was an engineer for Chevrolet Performance who developed the 602 and 604 sealed crate engine, powered the race cars across all the divisions of Crate Racing USA. Bob Cross tragically lost his life as a result of a highway accident in 2010. Without Bob Cross, the Chevrolet Performance crate engine would not exist, and neither would Crate Racing USA. Involvement with commitment to developing and nurturing the crate engine program has led us to introducing this award to recognize individuals who've made a commitment to helping foster and grow the crate engine program in many ways. There have been recipients of this award through the years, and it's a who's who of racing, especially in the Crate Racing USA world. Those people include Jeff Purvis and Ronnie Johnson, track promoter Johnny Stokes, Bill Martins from Chevrolet Performance, and former series technical director Thomas McReynolds. So there's been a lot of people that, in all facets of what we do on the Bob Cross Memorial. When we done this, I'm not always good at preparing speeches. I have to do that so I can educate everybody on the Bob Cross thing, but as I say, I'm a shoot from the hip kind of guy, except for my driver's meeting, and everybody can recite that, so we don't have to do that much. But when we look at this, we try to look at people that have helped promote and foster the crate engine program, have been believers in what we do, people that have done it for the long haul, so to speak, and that involvement can be in every form. That can be from sponsors to competitors. So like I said, we've had track promoters, we had technical people. Mike Bolin one year, who has been integral into the Crate Racing USA program as well. When we talked about it this year, we got to talking, and it's funny. We get to thinking of people and sponsors and things, and there are a lot of sponsors that's synonymous with what we do. On our touring series, I go back a long time. I'll tell on myself a little bit. I was at the very first race. We were talking about this earlier, and we were trying to figure how many people in the room were probably at that first race at Golden Mile Speedway in 2005. I think we counted 5 people. It would have been Brandy, who was there as a crew member at the time, myself, who was wet behind the ears and just glad to go make $50 at a racetrack somewhere, lining up cars, Cindy Knowles, Wade, and Jake. So best I can tell, that's about the 5 of us that have been there since about 2005. We've seen a lot of good. We've seen a lot of bad. That first banquet, I think, one of the first banquets that used to be in Tampa with the Westin Harbor Island. And so there's been a lot of people that have been there from the beginning. And so we talk about that, and when we think about that, it's always honoring those folks who have done that. So if you look at our touring series, our Rookie of the Year has had a sponsor for several years. And that Rookie of the Year gets to go on a cruise called Cruise with the Champions with Cindy Knowles. And that's something they get to do a little above and beyond. They also get a little bit of money. We've increased that money. I think our Rookie of the Year gets $4,000 now. So you get to take a little spending money and go on a cruise. You know, this year Jake had a little health scare. And gosh, it's going to get me upset. So Jake's one of my best friends. He's a racer, and I don't hide that. You guys up here, when you get upset, I almost cry. I'm not that bad a guy, really not. So for Jake to be here, that means a lot to me. But he's been there through it all. And his mom has been a sponsor of our Rookie of the Year for so long. So we look at that, and trust me, she's talked as bad of me as she has some of you. And then we talk about it the next day, and it's usually over. So, and I get that. We all just laugh about it, and that's just the way things go sometimes in racing. As long as we can get over it the next day and still be friends and carry on and learn to get through that. But our recipient of the Bob Cross Memorial Award this year is Cindy Knowles with Cruise with the Champions. We know you can talk, so don't do that.
I don't have a contact here. I just lost
You ain't
it.
got to look. Just talk.
Okay, usually I just lost the contact. I'm sorry. Usually I'm not lost of words if y'all know me. Jake, I'm kicking your butt. About Wednesday, he called and said, hey, I don't know what you and Dad's plans are for Saturday, but Adam's talked me into coming to the banquet. Well, if y'all know the situation, Jake got sick on September the 19th, stayed in the hospital for 44 days, came to our house and stayed for a month. It was touch and go, so I'm like, okay, he needs to get back out, let everybody know, because we kind of kept it, how sick he was, we kind of kept it kind of quiet. So I'm like, I told Wade when he come home, I said, okay, we're going to the banquet. I think Jake needs to get out, see everybody, and I think everybody needs to see him, that he's doing good. So I guess that's why we're here. But, yeah, I was at the very first Crate Racing USA race, and I was the scorer. So thank God, Carolyn, we have transponders now, because you don't hand score these days for sure. But I have supported Crate Racing USA from the beginning. Jeremy, I'll get with you for the cruise. This cruise with the champions this year was kind of on hold. But I do appreciate it, Adam. Yeah, from 7 to 11 at night on Saturday nights, Chance, Buddy, Richie, Edmund, I'm not y'all's friend. Y'all are not my friend. But 11:01, I love y'all. But between 7 and 11, I don't support you or nothing. But 11:01, I do support you. And let me just say, and they know that, but I have been with Adam through the ups, the downs, and I do tell y'all the bad stuff that y'all do, but I will say y'all do an excellent job with this series, and I do appreciate this more than y'all will know, but y'all do an excellent job, because it's been in business for 20 years, so they have done something really good. So if the 602 drivers and anybody else wants to go run a series, jump on it. It is a very excellent series, and if you get Rookie of the Year, you can go on the cruise with us in January. And the way it's looking right now, the cruise is usually over the Ice Bowl, but I'm going to push it back a couple of weeks since the Ice Bowl's changing, so I'll get with everybody on that. But Adam, Chance, all y'all do an excellent job. Thanks.
while we're on the Cruise with the Champion topic, we're going to do another special award. This will be our final special award we have of the night. In the 604 Touring Series, we have, of course, as Cindy mentioned, a Rookie of the Year award. That award through the years, originally, my knowledge, had only been won by one person and the championship. Well, the night that I made the call, from my notes that I had, Corey Hedgecock texted me less than 48 seconds from when the checkered flag flew of the very last race to inform me that in 2016 he had done that same thing. We'll have some digging and some going through all kinds of websites and articles and about 45 minutes worth of work and some pictures. I found that to be true, but it's still a pretty special honor for this year's Cruise with the Champion Rookie of the Year to not only wear the title of Rookie of the Year, but he also wears the title of the Champions. Now, I say that because we're going to honor him coming up for the Touring Championship. He doesn't say a whole lot, so I don't think this will be a long speech. But please join me in welcoming this year's 2025 Cruise with the Champion Rookie of the Year out of York, South Carolina. It would be Jeremy Steele.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. I thought I had a few more minutes sitting over there, but thank you, Cindy, for putting this on and doing the Rookie of the Year thing. Thank you, Adam, for doing the series. Gives us a great place to race. Just like she said, if anybody thinks they want to run a 604 series, this is the place to do it. It's not something I expected to do this year, but kind of fell in place, and we ran the whole thing out, so it's been a good year. I guess I'll be back up here in a minute.
I told you it wouldn't be long. Trust me. We move into our Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman Tour, our 602 touring division. By the way, 604 top 10. Guys, series guys, make your way around. We'll be calling you up in just a few. Our 602 tour, by the way, for everybody wondering, there is going to be a third season. We have the schedule pretty close to being ready, so the 604 and the 602 schedule will be coming out really soon. I've seen some people ask about that. It's ready. A few new places, I believe, on the tour this year, so I think you'll be really excited for that. Our top 5 in that series out of Talladega, Alabama, made 7 features this year for the tour, 2 of those being top 5, 3 of those top 10, and he just gave me a hard time because I didn't mention he was the 602 track champion at Talladega, Mr. Brody Thompson.
Once again, I want to say thanks to the great Lord above for letting me do what I do. My dad for busting his butt every day and working hard, even breaking his foot. I don't know how you do that, but you do. But my brother, Lane, Brian, PJ, Rick, Tyler Hurst, Grant Pearl, all my sponsors like BMS Sheds, Short Track Parts. It's been fun going down the road and just trying to do good and not, spin up from the field like I did at Sonoya. But thanks to everyone, and can't forget about the Blondes and Jet Blacks for motivating me throughout the year. Thank y'all.
I'm glad he mentioned that Sonoa deal because I wasn't going to say anything on that. Our 4th place finisher out of Rainbow City, Alabama, made 9 of the features this year, 2 of those being top 5s alongside of 5 top 10s in the 111, Brennan Shirley.
It was a very tough season. I think I wrecked out about half of these races, but all glory to God. I got to thank my sponsors, Nilco Products, 111 Scrap. Got to thank Chip, Corbin, Jason back at CVR, Jake at Hoosier Tire South. That'll help me a lot. Thank y'all.
Our 3rd place finisher on the tour out of Cunningham, Tennessee, made all 10 features this year, put up 3 top 5s alongside of 6 top 10s, the 61 of Caleb Ashby.
I don't have a cool speech wrote up, but thanks to everybody that helps me out.
Our runner-up this year for the 2nd year in a row, this driver finished 2nd in the Tour points. He made all 10 of the features, put together 3 top 5s alongside of 5 top 10s. The driver of the 12C out of Moultrie, Georgia, Chase Giddens. Chase Giddens was our runner-up this year in our late model tour. And our second season of the Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman Tour, we see our second different champion of this series. This driver, all 10 features, 3 of those being top fives. There we go. Out of the 10 features, what helped this driver go to a championship was he managed 10 top 10s in that, including having to start at the tail of the field at Needmore and made his way back up through the field. It's what champions do when they make decisions to go up through the field and grab those points. This driver comes out of Moultrie, Georgia. He's the second driver to win this award. Your 2025 Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman Tour champion would be Braden Johnson.
I'm definitely not the best at giving speeches, so y'all have to bear with me, but I would like to thank God, my dad, Dusty, Pop, Austin, Racin, Reagan, Kyle, my mama, my wife, and Jaylee for all of the support that they've given me. I definitely couldn't do any of this without them. I would also like to thank all of the crate racing officials and all of the track promoters at each racetrack we went to. Thank y'all for all the hard work. I want to thank all my sponsors, Finish Line Electric Company, Kenco Equipment Sales, Renegade Race Fuels by Kenco, M&W Contracting, Impulse Industrial Services, Warner Recovery, State Line Outdoor Services, Bridges Auto Service, Big T's Racing Supply, and Back Porch Photography. Thank y'all.
All right, one award. We did do something this year for the 604 Tour. I think it was kind of me and Ethan, who's not here with us this week, and Chance. We kind of got together and said, well, let's have some fun and take part of something that My Race Pass offers. And that's fantasy racing. That's something we did this year. And each event, you could pick a driver and have some fun with that. And yeah, we all participated in it as well. We didn't do as well as some. We definitely didn't do as good as the top 5, but we ended up giving our top 5 in that some awards as well. Our champion, who, by the way, it was $500, a trophy, a custom trophy, and tickets to the banquet. He couldn't be with us tonight because he is from the state of California. So Crate Racing USA Tour this year had eyes on it all the way from the West Coast. So I want everybody to keep that in mind too. If you don't have a Crate Racing USA TV subscription, I'm trying to sell that to you. So the world is watching. Our winner of that fantasy championship this year was David Street. So congratulations to him. We'll get him his prizes. Well, I mentioned that. We move into our final awards of the night. These guys, all season long, I have been on the road with them for 4 full years now following this tour. And I'm going to say that this bunch that's getting ready to walk across this stage, and we got some of them that's not with us tonight, this has by far been the funnest year that I have been announcing racing, because this group right here, I don't care where we went, I don't care how good the competition went, you can guarantee these guys right here were going to be in the top 5 and fighting for wins, and that's exactly what we saw all season. So give all of them a round of applause to start with. Our 10th place finisher, he made 13 features this year. I hate he's not with us tonight because this is by far the best he's been on tour. He started off the year really, really rough and decided one night not to take an emergency provisional and decided to take it home, regroup, and when he came back with a passion, and he set the track record at Waycross, and I don't know that he finished out of the top 5. I would say just one time out of the top 5 for the second half of the season. 4 top 5s, 4 top 10s for the driver out of Byhalia, Mississippi, Josh Ray. Josh Ray was our 10th place finisher. Our 9th place finisher, 13 features on the year, ended up with 1 top 10. One of our younger drivers, I mentioned the young talent. He comes from Baker, Florida. Our 9th place finisher in the points this year was Trent McLeod. Our 8th place finisher, also not with us tonight, celebrating his son's birthday this weekend. And we all know how family is, and we cherish that, and we understand that. Defending champion 1 year ago out of Phoenix City, Alabama. Out of the 14 features, he was there. 3 top 5s alongside of 9 top 10s. Our 8th place finisher in the points was Jimmy Thomas. Our top 7 guys are here, and we'll get to hear from them. Our 7th place finisher, he's not that old, but when I look at stats, I feel like this guy has raced on tour maybe since he was maybe in the 3rd grade, I feel like, when I look at stats because of his starts. 14 features this year alongside of 4 top 5s, and he put together 6 top 10s from Powder Springs, Georgia. Jake Rainey.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Yeah, we had a good year this year. It's not one of our best, but, you know, it's an up and down deal. One week it's awesome, and one week you're ready to sell everything. So it's just kind of how it's been this year, though. We're glad to have the help that we have. We couldn't do it without them, and hoping to see a good schedule for next year and kind of see how our cards play out. And can't thank everybody enough that helps us. Thank you.
Our 6th place finisher, 14 features this year alongside of 2 top 5s and along with 8 top 10s. You know, we made it up and down the road for almost, 6 months, 7 months, and these guys all kind of got along until we come to Swainsboro. Then we get to Swainsboro, and then we have one of those moments. We finally had a helmet throw on the year. So our 6th place finisher in the points on his first year on tour. He ended up finishing 2nd for the Rookie of the Year race as well. Out of Blackshear, Georgia, the 18 of Austin Yarborough.
First off, I want to thank Roger Dabbs, Crate Racing, all the staff, Adam, Chance, Edmund, Richie. I know that's not all of them, but I want to thank all y'all for all y'all do week in and week out. To my car owner, get emotional. He didn't have to give me a chance, but he did. I can't thank Marky and Brian enough for all they do. They gave me an opportunity that I didn't think I was ever going to get, so I can't thank them 2 guys enough. The whole entire Fletcher family, Brian, his mama, my wife, my little boy, my mom, my dad, Mr. Shane at DNS Site Work, Integra Rocket Chassis. It's past his bedtime. Excuse him. Oh man, everybody at Top Shelf Trailers for everything they do, and busting their tail every week to give us the opportunity to go up and down the road and race. Who else? I can't think of everybody right this minute, but I'd like to thank everybody that helps out, and it's been an up and down year, but we're going to give it a go in 2026, so we'll see everybody in March.
To our top 5, also 14 features on the year, alongside of 3 top 5s, 9 top 10s, and a couple of runner-ups in his first season on tour. The 611 of Locust Grove, Georgia's Colton Herbert.
First off, just want to start off by thanking all the Crate Racing USA staff. They give us a great series to race week in and out. When you pull in the pits at one of these shows, you're not going in blindfolded. You know what you're getting. You get an opportunity to make a name for yourself. Race against the best of the best guys for good money. I know 5th ain't too impressive, but these guys are tough to race against each week. So I just want to thank all the drivers, everyone we got to race with each week for racing clean. And when you pulled in the pits, you never know who's going to win one of these shows. I know Jeremy and Joseph had a good shot at all of them, but anyone could have won. It was tough. I got to thank all my sponsors, Kylo Aviation, Love Park Scuba, Gears Unlimited, and Calvin Pike with Extreme Towing, Base Racing Fuel, and most importantly, everyone at Fibrax Racing. I'm grateful enough to have all my great sponsors here. Lauren's in town, Alex, Victor, Papo. I know Don couldn't make it, but I got to thank them for everything they do for me. Wouldn't be possible without them. Got to thank Colby for coming along this year. He was a lot of help for us.
Jesse for tagging along, my brother Logan for all the help he's done and everything he learned, my mom and dad, my grandpa, and just everyone that has a hand on this. It means the world to me, so thank you.
To our fourth place finisher, another seasoned veteran when it comes to this series. 14 features on the year. 6 of those were top 5s, including some runner-ups, alongside of 10 top 10s. And a fellow Tennessean that knows the miles that it takes to go up and down the road on this tour. If you're from the volunteer state and you follow Crate Racing USA, you have quite a few miles, just so you know. But our fourth place finisher, the 22 of Matt Henderson.
Adam told me he was going to hold my check until after my speech, depending on what I said, so I have to be good. I'm sitting with Chase and Colby back there, and they talked smack at the table, and they were scared to do it on the microphone, so I wanted to call both of them out. Man, what a great year. What a great team that was assembled. All the competitors, man. Jeremy had a stellar year. I don't know, man. He just never had that one bad defining night in the season. Just great testament to his team, but we fought hard to do what we did, what we were able to do this season, Rusty and my whole team. I got to thank Rusty for just providing everything that I needed to go compete, and it didn't work out as well as either one of us would have liked, but just had a ball of fun with my team, and we had some run-ins with each other. All of the points guys kind of at one point or another had some bumps and bruises, but for the most part we had a clean year amongst the points racers, and just enjoyed running up and down the road with this group of guys. Got to thank my sponsors, R&W Properties, obviously that's Rusty, R&W Glass, also Rusty. And then Tennessee Shine Company, Carla Wiggins Realty, Crate Engine Technology, Penske Shocks. Just a lot of great people that helped us get it done this year. And I don't know what the future holds for us or what we're going to run and do, but I had a ball this year running with one of the most talented groups I've ever completed the year with. So congratulations to Jeremy. Joseph, it's been a pleasure watching you do what you've done, because we've raced together in several classes, and just I was impressed by you a lot this year. I've seen you win East Alabama 150 times, it seems. And Jeremy, I've watched you race for a long time, whether it was back closer to my home and your home or this. And Bubba, your whole family, your team, your car owner, all you guys are like my family. So congratulations to everything you guys have done this year and accomplished. And I appreciate y'all. We'll see you some next year.
And to our top 3, this young man last year was his first year on the tour. He ended up finishing second place in the Rookie of the Year race. He ended up making 13 of our 14 features this year. And if he could have just convinced his sister to move a certain day that was just a certain day, he would have been able to make all 14. But it was a wedding day. I think we understand that. But this young man made some leaps and bounds this year compared to where he was 1 year ago. Top 5s. 5 of those in those 13 features. What's more impressively, 10 top 10s in 13 features, including a non-points feature win at Extreme this year. Our third place finisher out of Clay Hill, Florida, Bubba Rolling.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I didn't miss Magnolia. That looks like a fun place. Shout out to Adam with the series and them. They do great. This is a fun series to run. I mean, you got great competitors like Colton, Matt, Joseph, Jeremy. I mean, these guys are tough. I mean, they're some of the best in the crate racing world. But I have a ton of people behind me in this, and I had a great year. And I run second so many times, and I couldn't get to Jeremy or Joseph. I run second to them. I got used to looking at their spoilers. And I'm getting tired of that, so maybe we can have a little better of a year, but like I said, I have a ton of people behind this and a bunch of great people, a bunch of great sponsors. But first, I'd like to thank the good Lord above, my mom and dad. They support me every way they can. All my sisters, well, all of them came but the one that I missed the race for the wedding. So I guess I should have went racing. But anyways, thanks to all them. My whole crew, Robbie Williams, the tire guy, he does a lot. I got a new crew chief, Bear Yarbrough. He does a lot. I couldn't do this without him. Mr. Jeff Malloy, my car owner, he's been a big blessing. I definitely wouldn't be where I am now without him, and I thank him every day. All these great people that help this. Stanton Mills, he's a big factor in my racing team, and all my sponsors, John Rowland Trucking, Brian Green with Top Notch Custom. He's been with me ever since I started racing, and he does great wraps, and he always does me good. Mills Concrete, Malloy Graydon, Mr. Ricky Rydell with Rydell Racing Engines. He's always got my engines ready. They're always right. Richie always says when I come up, he knows that Rydell Racing Engines are right. So I can't thank him enough. Kutsu Trucking, Southern Crane, Mr. Shane Clanton with Capital Race Cars, the whole Capital Race Car group. They do good to me. They're good race cars. We're going to keep on working on them and trying to get them better every week. Liberty Trucking, LLC, Pipeline Construction, Mr. Richard with VP by Ferry Motorsports, Total Concrete Repair, Henry Headers, Velocity by Melissa. They do great suits. Love every single one of my suits. Silver Concrete, Mr. Jason Fixshow with Fitz Factory Inc., Penske Racing Shocks, all the guys at Penske Racing Shocks, they help me a lot. And I just can't thank all these guys enough that do this for me. We're coming for the championship in 2026. We really wanted it this year, but like I said, Jeremy was really good. He was hard to beat. Joseph, this was a stout year, and maybe we can pick it up next year.
To our top two, driver comes out of, I've said this on the broadcast many a times, Pine Mountain Valley, Georgia. Does that not just sound like somewhere where you want to go and retire? It just sounds that way to me. This driver, 14 features on the year. 4 of those were victories. Technically 5 wins. One of those was a non-points win, but 4 of those counted towards the championship. 9 top 5s and 10 top 10s to settle for second in the points this year. The 92, Mr. Joseph Brown.
This was a tough deal for me to do. Me and my dad own a heating and air company, and we're probably one of the only ones that still own their own car and pay for all their own stuff for the most part. I can't thank my dad enough. He had kidney stones this week. I was almost wanting to invite him to come, but I knew he didn't need to leave. But, man, my dad spent his whole life trying to keep me racing. My dad don't have no money, and we've somehow made it the whole tour, and that was our goal this year, and I can't thank him enough. This is probably one of the toughest things you'll ever do. Like, every time I thought I was down at the beginning of the year, we run, excuse my language, like shit at the beginning of the year. And we was no good. We'd run 14th, 15th. I think we was 15th in the point 3 races in. And Jimmy Owens come and helped me at I-75, and, man, it changed my whole year. And congrats to Jeremy, man. He truly put together an awesome year. He showed that you had to be good every weekend to be fast and to win the points. I don't think he run out of the top 7 or 8. I'd hear on the receiver I'd be leading somewhere, and 22 he's running like 7th or 8th. I said, dang, we're finna have a good points night. We come across the checker, 22 you're 3rd going into to the tech shed. Like, dang, man. Like, we never could get a gain on that, but man, it was an awesome year. Me and my wife and my little girl, that was the majority of my help all year long. They were really who I could count on. My crew guys did some crazy stuff between jumping off the cliff at I-75, and somehow I had to feature by myself. But I don't know. I'm very fortunate, and just want to thank everybody who helps me sponsorship-wise. Larry Harrod, he run this series years ago, and
he told me, man, if I ever want to get better, to go do it. And I can't thank him enough for everything he did for me this year. I always knew if something happened majorly, I could really lean on Larry. As far as like breaking a motor or something, he always told me if something happens, just you're okay. You'll be fine. I'll help you. And can't thank him enough. Jordy Nipper, Scotty's muffler. He helped me with fuel. He's my best friend. I talk to him every day, and it's very helpful to have somebody that you can talk the weekend over on Sunday, whether it was good or bad. So Scott Smith, Cadillac Ranch, Fox Factory Shocks, Jeff helped me out there at about the middle ways of the year, and I really think it turned our program around. Jimmy Owens, can't thank him enough. He's getting a way bigger check than I am next door, so can't thank him enough. Cody Mallory, Coon Dog Academy. Bobby Thomas Racing Engines, man, our motors run flawless all year. We didn't have no motor problems, and that goes a long way. When you pull that hood off at the races, I don't care what anybody says. When you start pulling that hood off, you're going backwards. So can't thank him enough. Dennis Clements, Clements Sporting Service, him and Art, coming with Bobby to help me with trying to make all the horsepower we can get. Clint Smith Racing, if I needed a body panel or needed a part, he's right up the road and helped me out. Shout out to Brian Green. I wish Brian was here. Brian changed my tire at Sanoa when I had a flat, and I was one of them people. It was that bad at the beginning of the year that when I had a flat, I just said, you know what, load it up, like we're done. And he said, man, put the tire on, go back out there, and we run fifth. And I don't know, it's a tough deal to do. If you ever think you want to be really good, go race with these guys. They will show you that you are not any good. And just shout out to Jeremy once again, man. He's an awesome guy. We've got to know each other the last 4 or 5 races, mainly because we're racing together. And, man, it showed there, I'm going to say them last 3 races of how tough it was, because it was me and that 22 on the front row. And if that don't tell you, we go to places where they race 604 every week, and that was your front row. And I don't know, it's a hard thing to explain how tough this is, to keep going and keep pushing yourself. But I really enjoyed it. Thanks, Adam. Thanks all his staff. Man, it's a top-notch deal. Thanks, Cody Early. And Pine Mountain Valley is probably the closest. I have the shortest ride out of anybody here. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate everybody coming. And congrats to Jeremy again.
All right, so we have reached our final award to hand out. It is, all right, Jeremy, you've got to talk for almost 28 minutes to get us to our time. So that'll be the longest he's talked all year. That includes victory lane speeches, post-race interviews, anything I've made him do all year. So, yeah, and the ride home too. So, this young man stepped onto the tour this year, as he mentioned, wasn't initially planning to follow this deal. Showed up at Needmore, and as Joseph said a few minutes ago, showed up everywhere we went. I think Dixie might have been your worst finish of the year, which was it outside of the top 10? 16th. Joseph lapped him. So, worst finish of the year. I mentioned he accomplished something this year that only 3 men have. Those 3 names would be Ashton Winger and Corey Hitchcock. They're the only ones, other than Jeremy, to ever win the Rookie of the Year award and come away with a championship. Jeremy's stats this year, out of the 14 features, 5 of those were wins, including 3 straight to close out the 2025 season. 8 top 5s alongside of 12 top 10s this year. And what a year it was to see him and Joseph and all the other teams, Bubba and Austin and Colton and Matt and everybody, Jake, to see this group go up and down the road knowing how competitive it was going to be every night made it absolutely fun to be behind the mic. So it's my honor to introduce your 2025 Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series champion from York, South Carolina, Jeremy Steele.
Yeah, it was a great year. I had a good time meeting everybody. Joseph, we got close there at the end of the year, like he said, and I met Bubba and Austin and Matt and everybody. It was good. Colton, it was good meeting everybody and running the road. Yeah, it was a good year. Like we said, Joe lapped me at Dixie that one night, and I thought our season was going downhill. And he struggled at the start, and then he really closed there through the middle of the season, and he put the pressure on me at the end. We had to show up and perform, and ended the year off strong with a couple wins. But definitely couldn't do it without my dad, my girlfriend Emily, Jonathan, they come to the shop, help us out, and come to the race with us. Usually us 2 or 3, and Chris Callahan and his dad Hoss at XL Grading and Waterproofing. He makes this whole deal possible for me and provides me all the tools to go out and do this. Hendren Racing Engines for great motors, Pro Fabrication, Longhorn by WP Racing Shocks gives me a fast race car every week, and anytime I got a question, I can call him and he helps me. FK Rod Ends, takes a whole group, a whole lot of people to do this up and down the road every week, and couldn't do it without all of them.
That is the longest he has talked all year. So that concludes our awards ceremony. We are going to have the band coming up. I'm going to let Adam come back up real quick. I know everybody is going to want pictures, and I 100% get that. That banner is going to stay out there. But I would like everybody that got an award tonight, and I would like everybody to kind of go out here to this banner. Let me get these photos so we can make sure we get all this out to our socials and let everybody see your accomplishes. And then once everybody comes back in, obviously we'll open that up for everybody to get photos. So, but before we do that, Chris Grainer is with us from Speed Sport TV. What is it? Would you say 12,000? Is that what it was? Around 12,000? Oh, it's 11.2. Oh, okay. Well, he's got some money to give away. So, good luck to everyone.
Hey everybody, I think I'm the only one here without an accent. That's what I notice every year. For everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Chris Grainer. I run Speed Sport Network. If you guys get one of those orange rivet receipts ever from buying a pay-per-view or subscription, that's me. That's my business. I've been doing this. It's around 2010. I actually started down here at East Bay Raceway Park doing it. Want to thank Adam. I think you guys should all give him a big round of applause if you haven't already. And I mean that sincerely. One of the easiest people for me to work with in what I do, and I work with a lot of sanctions, a number of sanctions, and always great to work with Adam and be able to accomplish some of the things that we want to do. And so one of the reasons here that I wanted to, or one of the things I want to talk about is why we do this. I know we have a streaming network and platform, and one of my passions is to help push back as best as I can and support the racers. And so what we do is we take some of the money from the replay subscription. That's my idea, really is, but Adam's easy. He says just do whatever you want and you just make it fair and rock on. So we do that. We put aside some money from the replay subscription, we tally it up, and then we divvy it. Last year it took too long though. So this year we made it easier. Everybody who was awarded tonight is here. If you're in first place, you get 10 balls. If you're in second, you get 9. If you're in third, you get 7, so on and so forth. If there's only one person who is here twice, we tally them all up. And then what we're going to do is give away cash. 7 at 100, 6 at 250, 5 at 500, 5 at 1,000, 1 at 1,500. The one little interesting thing is if you want to put your ball back in, you can say you don't want it. We're not going to put your ball back in. But if you get 100 and you want it to go back, then we'll take 100 to 200, just like the lottery. We'll add it up. We stop at 1,000 though. You got to take it at 1,000. So to keep it going, and it's ordered by alphabetical, so you guys we know your numbers. We put them in here for you because giving you tickets took too long. So starting with the first 100. 161 is Luke Riddle. Do you want it? Okay, it doesn't go back in. It stays out, but you're back in. Take us another one. Now the next one's 200. 176 is Bubba Rolling. Rolling? Is he here? Put it back, so we're up to 300. 247 is Nick Thrash. $300. We're back in. 137 is Covey Parsons. So we're back down to 100. So back in. 287 is David Williamson. 200. Taking it. Number 8, Caleb Ashby. $100 or put it back in. 175 is Bubba rolling again. Is he taking this one? That's 200. Okay, this is, if I'm right here, this is the first 250 if I did this correctly, or we're just going to give away too much money, one of the other things. So what did we say it was? Sorry. 253 for $250 is Waylon Vinning. 250 or put it back in. He's taking it. $296 is Austin Yarborough. That 250 and you go back in, you get another chance. So once you win, you don't win again. Taking your 250. $11. I'm surprised we haven't had a double yet. I'm going to jinx us here. 11 is Joseph Brown. 250. That was our third 250, right? Another 250. What'd you say it was? 266. Devin Watley. Keep it. You're taking it. 101. You guys are going to be upset when we pull your numbers later in there. We're doubling up. 101 is, am I getting this right? Malachi McGee? Malachi. That's, keep it. Boy, you guys are keeping a lot. $57. Can't believe I didn't get Malachi right. Matt Henderson. You're keeping it? Matt Henderson, you keeping it? What number was that? No, the first one. Before that, sorry. 57. I'm just keeping track. $50 is, and this one's for $500. So now it gets a little more interesting. Colton Grimes. Going to keep it? Okay. Another 500. It was him again, so he can't win again. So that one stays out. Yeah, if you would have let that ride, you got $1,000. 22 is Keith Cohn. Three 500s left. $241 is Parker Thompson. 114 is Calvin Martin. For being racers, we don't have a lot of gamblers here. Just gamble on the racetrack, right? Last 500. Ooh, this one's close. Chase Pennington. All right, now we're the 1000s. 5 1000s. Oh, we have wheels to give away too, right? 12 wheels to give away. Did Caleb Ashby already win one? Did he put it back? Caleb, you got 1,000. That was worth putting it back. $124 is Chris McKelney. We're not putting these one back. You got to take the thousands. We're not going to double those up. What was it, huh? Why not? Well, they're not. You think they're going to gamble it? What was the last one? What was the last number? 124, right? Okay. There's a gambler, finally. 223, Jeremy Steele. Two to go. Ooh, right on the edge. Corey Bueller. Actually, he finished 10th. He only had one ball in there and got 1,000. Good that you showed up. Yep. Luke Rudder. Okay, last one, last of the money, $1,500. Oh, Matt Henderson should have put it back in. He doesn't get it. $85. Jarrett Jones, $1,500. I can-ish. All right, 12 wheels. I don't know how this works. You only get one, you get four, you get one wheel. $68. Braden Johnson gets a wheel. $103 is. Did Malachi go back in? He took his? Okay, so that one's got to go back. I didn't mark that one. Okay. $256 for a wheel is. Already had it. Waylon Vinning, so got to get another one. Also another double up. 203. Finally got this one. James, is it Shasby? Sheesby? So, yep, so we still got 10 to go. 10 wheels to go. Matt Henderson's getting all sorts of stuff. He keeps on winning over and over. We drove a whole bunch of his. She's picking all the 50s. 100 even. Already had it. Got to go another one. Try to do it so we didn't give everybody away three things. We had 42 is Nicholas Godfrey. Gets a wheel. 235 is Brody Thompson. You said 250, correct? Already got one. 73 is, already got one. 99, already got one. Malachi got it 4 times now. 9, Joseph Brown. He did? $97 is Brandon Lunsford. I don't know where we're at on total wheels. So I'm a little lost. 5, huh? 267 is Devin Watley. Got a wheel. 139, Kobe Parsons got a wheel. 208, James Shasby. No, I thought Bryce, did he win one or did Bryce win one? Okay, so that's my mistake. That one. 13 is, that's also Joseph Brown, so. Keep going. 138. Kobe Parsons already got him. Keep going. Travis Marsh gets a wheel. Keep going. We thought this would go faster. It's a little faster. Brendan Shirley. $264. Brady Walton. Keep going. We're going to run out of people, which is what we hope to do. Everybody gets something or close to it. 224. Keep going. Chuck Gibson. How many wheels we got left? 102. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You want me to pick it? I want you to feel this pain. Keep going. Nope. Keep going. Colton Herbert. Last one. Yep. Thank you, everybody. Try to make that a little faster. Enjoy your night. Thank you for coming. You're getting your checks tonight, or your wheels. I don't know how those are getting divvied up. You take them tonight and close this out.
Once again, hey, if you got money, they'll get you taken care of right over here. If you got the wheels, they're over here too. I do want to, once again, our winners, before everybody goes out there and starts taking pictures, let's get everybody that won in our top 10 and our top 5 from our drivers. Let's everybody go out to the banner. We'll start with the modified drivers first. Guys, once we get done with that, we'll open it up for pictures, and then we've got the band coming up here in just a little bit. We'll get everything opened up, and we'll get ready to finish the night. So can you please just give me the winners out there right now, and then we'll open it up for full pictures once we get done taking everybody's group pictures. Thank you. Also, hey, if you want a championship, your pictures are up here, and your championship trophies are up here too. So if you all want those, let's make sure you get those for your picture and your trophies too. So let's get all the drivers that won awards out there in front of the banner. Thank you.